Hello everyone and welcome to our show. Today we discuss about YouTube ads, how you can set up your marketing campaigns to get organic, to get results, sales, and even more. It's interesting that I'm using YouTube ads to get organic reach. So let me discuss this topic, how I can do it. And I'm so excited to learn more about that from Lisa Raehsler. How are you?
Great. How are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm more happy because I check out your profile. I know about your experience. I know how many articles you publish on many recognizable blogs, search engine journal, many others. I love all this information, so I'm excited to learn a lot more. Before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, and why you decided to share with us about YouTube ads.
All good questions. My name is Lisa Raehsler. My company is called Big Click Co. And I focus on search engine ads, PPC, social media, and basically any digital advertising that is paid. I've been doing this PPC exclusively for probably 15 years now. And in addition to working with clients, I also write about it. The publication that I currently write for is Search Engine Journal. And I speak at industry conferences. I want to talk later about what I'm going to next week. And I'm also a board member and actively involved in the Paid Search Association. Say that real fast.
Mhm.
And I'm really
Okay.
excited about that. So I wanted to talk about YouTube ads and kind of get into YouTube ads because I think it's for the typical advertiser, it's sort of an afterthought. And they're very focused on finding keywords and getting the ads into the search to show up in the search results. And they're even very focused on doing the display ads and getting those onto the display network. But I think that the last thing they're thinking about is the doing video ads and doing YouTube ads. And over the years, it has become easier and easier for advertisers to get into it.
Nice, love it. Okay, let's talk about something why many content creators don't start YouTube campaigns, YouTube marketing, because for example, from my experience when I'm speaking with my clients, they usually share, I have no experience to film videos. I don't know how to create awesome, perfect video. Guys, I'm doing YouTube for many years and I don't know how to film a perfect video. Probably I will never do it because, it takes time to learn, to improve a little bit. Can you share your insights? For example, where to start? For example, we have some people who are shy. No, they can't share some valuable or create interesting, valuable videos. I remember when PewDiePie, he filmed videos, if I remember correctly, he filmed 100 videos to get 285 first subscribers. Not a lot. Yeah, today he has like 110 million subscribers. Mr. Beast filmed videos for over an year to get first 1,000 subscribers. Can you tell for people who have no experience with filming and they can't start because they can't film a perfect video, from your experience, how to do it, how to start filming and creating YouTube channels?
So the YouTube channels are not as much my side as it is the
Mhm.
advertisers who
Okay.
advertise on those YouTube channels.
Mhm.
But you're right. It is what I know is that it is a lot of work. They need 1,000 subscribers to monetize their channels.
Mhm.
And if they want to monetize their channels, I think that they definitely need to think about how it can how they can work with different advertisers to get advertisers to select their videos, because one of the things that we can do is we can target specific channels and videos for our ads.
Yeah, got it. Okay, let's talk about creating a buying persona. For example, I found that on Google and YouTube, I have different buying persona. Because, on Google, I have one website content. For YouTube, it's more educational content. Can you tell from your experience how to find the right buying persona before starting marketing campaigns on YouTube?
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good question. So we have access to target people on YouTube in a lot of different ways. So it can be by topic. So what you're interested in, like do-it-yourself videos or self-care videos, that sort of thing. We can also retarget people. So that is targeting the ad to somebody who has already been to your site. You know those ads that like follow you around?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's fun,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. So that's called retargeting. So we have the power to do that. So based on
Mm-hmm.
people that come to the website, people that come to the YouTube channel, and people that have viewed your videos. So say
Mm-hmm.
I have a YouTube channel and I'm doing training. If someone watches one of my training videos, I can then do ads to target them around the web and on YouTube. So it's pretty cool. We can also do demographics. That's one of the simplest ways on gender, age. There's parental status. There are a bunch of things there, and there's also another sophisticated way that we can target people. It's called in market, and what that is we can target people that are in the market to purchase. So say if
Mm-hmm.
your behavior online is indicating to Google that you're shopping for a car, then we can target you with car ads.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about, for example, retargeting. If
Mhm.
someone visits my website and then if they watch irrelevant videos on YouTube, for example, my website about, I don't know, let's imagine weight loss, yeah, and on YouTube they watch videos about sporting events, or I don't know, irrelevant videos. Is it good idea to target these people to set up marketing campaigns if they watch irrelevant videos?
Okay, what's the question again?
For example, my website in another topic, for example, weight loss,
Yeah.
and they watch on YouTube videos about culture, about, I don't know, policy, anything, not related to weight loss. Do you think is it good idea to set up paid ads to these people?
Oh, okay. So you have a weight loss product. Should you target it to culture?
Yeah, yeah. If they watch irrelevant videos.
I mean, I think okay. You know, unless the culture happens to do with fitness, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
hiking, biking, that those sorts of things. Walking tours would be a pretty tight connection if you had a weight loss product to promote. So people that are active, for maybe an example would be cruises probably would not be good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and if those people that were interested, this would be interest-based targeting. So I would do that, right? So if you had a weight loss product, if people are interested in those sorts of kind of complementary interests, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about demographic data. You mentioned about demographic. Can you tell how to choose the right demographic? Because in marketing, we have interesting quote: "If you sell to anyone, you sell to nobody." Can you tell how to target the right people on YouTube?
That's a good question. So usually for the demographics, before we even get to YouTube, the companies will generally know who their demographics are. They're going to know this. So it will, and most of the time, instead of being very strict with targeting the demographics, they will maybe exclude some of the outliers in the demographics. So the very young or some of the older targets, if they want just the sort of mainstream, or say it's video games, just the, a couple layers of younger viewers. So with the demographics, they'll also layer in those interests. But This is a good question. So they could also look at who their viewers are on the channel and get the statistics from their YouTube channel, from any analytics on their website, and then any, you know, in-house consumer data on the demographics. So they'll want to blend all that together. But yeah, just blowing out general campaigns that aren't highly targeted is not really what we do. Even for brand awareness campaigns, you'll want to target those to you know, a much broader audience, but still within, you know, still on the planet, right? You don't want unless, you know, unless you're advertising, you know, Coca-Cola or something. I mean, you still have to stay within the planet there with your brand awareness campaigns.
Yeah, got it. Valuable. Okay, let's talk about buying persona. For example, if I wanna sell products, high quality products, and people watch on YouTube educational video, they are not ready to buy. They have a different mindset with buying products. Can you tell, is it a good idea to set up marketing campaigns to these videos if they are educational? For example, the top funnel of sales funnel, but my landing page is about to sell. So what do you think?
Yep. I have some notes on that. So YouTube is good for all of the stages of the buying funnel. And I have this over here because this is some stats that I don't have memorized. 90% of people say they discover new brands or products on YouTube. So that's the upper funnel, brand awareness. And then for the consideration phase, which is what you're talking about, the, you know, educational videos, learning more, researching their product purchases, more than half of the shoppers say that online video has helped them decide which specific brand or products to buy. We're watching a couple of videos, see which one works for us. I do that all the time, especially if it's an expensive product. And then this last stat, over 40% of global shoppers say they've purchased products they discovered on YouTube. So they're purchasing from, they're being influenced from YouTube.
Yeah, got it.
So it has a huge influence, and this is why I've been wanting to speak about it, because advertisers are just not paying enough attention.
Okay, I have some tricky question. For example,
okay,
I usually pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't get any paid ads.
Okay.
I have a few friends that can save money with that, but you know, the truth is they have no money. You know, they just usually save with premium because they can't allow, or for example, many other reasons. I don't want to tell that's good or not. It depends, of course. Can you tell about targeting people? For example, if people save money with paid premium version, they probably have no money. What do you think? Or it's not?
Right. You know, that's a really good question, and I don't know, because they're not serving you the ads, but they're probably still collecting the data, right?
Yeah.
So if you're watching a video on someone's channel, even though they won't serve you ads on that channel, your behavior is still being recorded, so to speak, right? So they still know you went there. They know your demographics. You're still providing value to that channel owner. And so in theory, they can target you off of YouTube. Okay, I don't have any sources for that, but that's what I would assume, because I would, if you're just not getting targeted there, you could be targeted in a Google search based on your YouTube behavior. That answer the question? Yeah, I'm gonna look into that actually a little bit more. That's a really cool concept. I mean, that would be an interesting demographic, right? So people that are subscribed to premium, they don't want to pay for ads. So
Mm-hmm.
do you want to target them? Do you want not want to? Do we have the option? I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
was
Okay. Let's talk about landing pages. For example, do you think it's a good idea to set up paid ads directly to landing pages or to other videos? Because I check out on studies. If people watch videos, they prefer to watch new videos. Do you think it's better to send them to landing page where we can sell much better, or we can set up our videos, to get more exposure, if our videos can sell? What do you think?
right. So videos on LinkedIn are very effective. We can't the data between LinkedIn and Google, they don't really communicate, but
Mm-hmm.
Google can see if we could say target people that are interested in LinkedIn. Okay, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
about it. I think that's all we can take it. But if you have ads on LinkedIn, there are a couple different ways you can incorporate video. They have straight up video ads that you can do through LinkedIn. And LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn is another and completely different animal, because the people that are on LinkedIn are obviously more professionally focused, more education focused, and they come to LinkedIn for usually for a specific purpose and business networking. They're not having as much fun reading their feed, as they are doing like TikTok or Insta. It's a completely different mindset. So I mean, it's a really good channel to target video to. People do convert from LinkedIn. So was your question was about, should you promote your page or should you promote product?
Mm-hmm.
Downloads
Yeah.
do really well on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
downloading some sort of informational material to build your list or to build followers. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay,
that was
let's talk about data. Can you tell how to find the right data and how to consider them in your marketing campaigns?
data. So there's a couple different ways you can work with data in
Mm-hmm.
this sort of advertising. As I said earlier, you want to look at your own company data. So from your website, from your customer. Are we still here?
Yeah, see
Okay.
clear.
I lost you for a
Lots of
second.
connection. That's okay.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get that data from yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
also each of the ad platforms have a when you are selecting the audiences to target, each platform will offer these different targeting options to you. So going back to your fitness example, if you want to look for people interested in fitness, they'll give you lists that you can choose from. And in some way or another, they'll let you know how many people are in that list, that targeting list.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
right. So
Yeah,
then, yeah. So you can see how many people
valuable.
are into fitness. You can narrow it down to hiking, fitness, that is swimming, whatever. And so you
Mm-hmm.
can see how many people are in those audiences. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how
Okay.
people. Mhm.
I have the question about specific YouTube channels. For example, if we can set up paid ads to specific channels, but in some channels, audience don't convert good. I don't know. It depends. So probably the influencer or blogger who gained this audience. I don't know how to explain. It's he got the audience that doesn't want to buy any product. So, what do you think? How to check out that? For example, some YouTube channels can bring sales, others can't, and can you filter out those channels that don't convert?
Huh. No,
No.
no. Well, I mean,
Uh,
you can't no, that's a good question. I've never been asked that. The one that a channel that never converts.
Not never like low conversion, poor conversion, something
Does,
like this,
would it depend on what you're offering, right?
Mm, I,
So,
yeah,
so
I
in
think
order
it
to
depends on. Mhm.
in
Go
order
ahead.
to first target it, you're going to you're going to evaluate for your business and your product. Hey, this is a great um this is a great audience that's in line with what we do.
Mhm,
You can
mhm,
test it then. So you can say, I want to target this one, and A, B, and C. And you can test them. Then once you do the test, yeah, you can see if these work for you. You can say, hey, A was horrible, but B looked pretty good, and C is on the bubble. So maybe we'll do C again, but we'll reduce our investment in that. We'll switch it up a little bit. So that's how unfortunately, a lot of that is like after, right? After you place the ad, so you don't know. But no,
mhm,
we don't have no, we don't have any insight to that and say that these guys are the worst.
mhm.
This is the
Okay, got it.
worst. Like, don't ever
Because
target. This is the worst.
yeah, on Google
Right?
Ads we have this option to exclude some websites if I don't want to target them. So yeah, I,
You can exclude a lot of different things, and you can exclude locations, audiences that you think that are not appropriate for your product. And this happens a lot with like sort of the misunderstandings of the keyword or what the product is.
mhm.
So I'm not having trouble thinking of an example right now. But if you are going back to your nutrition idea, if you're selling nutrition shakes, then you maybe want to exclude soda.
Mhm,
Or if people are searching for want to search for nutrition shakes, you want to exclude McDonald's shakes because that has
mhm,
nothing to do with you. So yeah, we can use negatives quite a bit, and it's really a way to hone in on your audience. One of the other things though that is really important about those negatives is being able to um we don't really negative, but what we do is we set guidelines on the type of content that we want to appear on, and then Google will rate the content. So there's basically a 3-level range where you can say, I want safer content, I want standard content, which is in the middle, and safer content. And that's important because some people don't want to appear on channels where there's vulgar language, drama, political spewings. So that's a way that you can protect your brand more. And I think
mhm.
that's really important because sometimes consumers viewing that will take your ad, even though you're not controlling that exact placement, as an endorsement of that, those beliefs or that
Mhm.
behavior in the video.
Okay, yeah, valuable. Let's talk about advantages. For example, if I have limited budget, as usual, I think I always have limited budget, many others as
Yeah.
well, and I can set up this budget for Google Ads, Facebook Ads, or YouTube Ads. Can you tell advantages that I can get if I lead this budget to YouTube Ads?
Okay, you said Google, YouTube, and which
Facebook.
and Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, you can take Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, any platform. What kind of advantages we have on YouTube, for example, to compare to others?
hmm It depends on the product. But
Mhm,
if you have a more visual product where you can communicate the message in fast, interesting bursts, right? Because we want to get their attention really fast. We want to create a story with compelling calls to action. If you can communicate that in your message, YouTube is a great place to start. For search, because they're also in YouTube, they're passive viewers, right? So in most of the cases, they're not searching for you. So they're passively being served these ads. In Google and search, I mean, they're actively searching for something. So I'm looking for, athletic shoes. And so those are the people that are actively searching. And the advantage to that is, that they're looking for athletic shoes. If you're doing this on YouTube, that they might be interested in it. And Facebook is another interesting one, because their purpose of being on Facebook is for social interaction, right? So the ads are challenging them to kind of switch gears and think about something else while they're on YouTube. So that is something that's even probably a little lower on this list, in my opinion, of priorities for ads if you really want to convert. But Facebook does convert really well for a lot of different advertisers.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's let's talk about golden button. Okay, not golden button. About best practices from your experience. What works really well on YouTube and what doesn't?
So
From your experience, yeah, best practices.
Right. So generally you want to make sure that your targeting is fine-tuned, like we've been talking up to this point, and you have really great questions about the targeting, and you obviously know a lot about it. And so is making sure that you have the proper targeting, and you can try a couple different methods of targeting, but bucket them accordingly. So you have one ad targeted to one type of audience, one maybe a different ad targeted to another audience, depending. Having a clear message, right? So the people that you're targeting, they're getting the right message about the product. If we go back to the nutrition example, some people might be hardcore in it to lose weight, but some people might just be trying to do it for health. Those are two separate intents that you want to speak to. And in terms of the creative, you need to, as I was saying, capture the attention very quickly, and with a story that leads into sort of a climax to the story, and a compelling call to action, and tell them, just like any other type of advertising, what you want them to do if this is a conversion type of an ad, like a selling ad. This is, again, they're on a website where they're there to do something else. So there has to be, you have to give them a good reason to click on your ad to do something else, to steer them away from their main purpose. So those types of things work well. For some types of businesses, say it's like B2B and they're manufacturing, they're not going to sell a lot of things on YouTube, but they can target people. They can do some branding there where someone will see their ad, and it's something that's memorable for the company, so they can use it for branding purposes, and that works really well. And people that have viewed the video, that manufacturing company could later retarget them with a message that is more in line with lead gen.
Yeah, love it. Okay, Lisa, what about top mistakes that marketers usually do? For example, let me share my story. One of my clients told me that YouTube doesn't work for him, and I asked why. Just tell why. And he replied, I wasted like $400, not a lot, and got zero sales of that. And I asked who helped him. He did himself everything, just read a little bit guidelines, and he couldn't set up the right marketing campaign. Can you tell from your experience top mistakes that website owners, webmasters can do on YouTube, and your suggestions how to learn more before setting any marketing campaigns?
Okay. I think, as I said at the beginning of our chat, I think that a lot of advertisers, especially small and medium-sized businesses that have lower budgets, so not the major advertisers, not the Coca-Colas of the world, but they do have limited resources. So when they're doing video, it's sort of an afterthought. They're like, hey, let's throw this video in because we have it. And that's not going to be as effective, like we talked about earlier, with really thinking about who to target, making sure that video is fitting that target, and and constructing a good call to action to get them to act. And also, it sounds like maybe he wasn't tracking things very well. So, I mean, that's a simple but huge mistake. If you're not tracking it, you're not going to know if you're getting conversions from it or what kind of activity you're getting from it. So, I mean, you're going to get, with YouTube, you're, like we just talked about, you're going to get interactions from each stage of the funnel. So people that viewed, that's branding. People that clicked, that's consideration. People that purchased, obviously that's purchase. So, and you can track those all along the way and think about how you want to retarget them, or what do you do with those minimally those 3 different people. So that's a mistake, is constructing the whole plan, having that targeting in place. One thing I do want to add is that the videos, that is one of the things that really holds advertisers back, is doing these videos, because it can be expensive, it's time consuming and all that jazz. Well, there are more online tools now than ever before where people can make videos with different templates. They can they don't have to be Academy Award winning acting in it. There's so many different resources, as well as Google has just come out with a new tool that I forgot what it's called, Google Creator, Google Video Editor. It's brand new. They just released it. So that's something that people can use to create videos without having to spend extra budget for it. So this is a great time, for people to get started.
Can you tell more about this low budget in numbers? What is low budget? Yeah.
What is low budget?
Yeah.
So, I mean, an advertiser can, I would say you would need a couple $1,000s. I mean, you could definitely do it with $500. It's going to be a little harder, and you want to think about how to use that the smartest way. So, I would say advertisers that are between, 0 and like 20,000 are pretty small. So, I mean, because because you still don't have a lot of extra budget to spend on creating the videos.
Yeah.
But it's those the large corporations, they have teams that can do this. And so that's what I'm kind of referring to is, I think the budget has to do with how many people can you allocate to doing this campaign.
When we started to discuss about budget, my cat came, to listen more. my cat. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about, let's imagine, for example, you have no experience, anything, you didn't publish articles on Bing Ads, Search Engine Journal, anything. You started from scratch. Can you tell what would you do to learn more about setting YouTube ads?
Okay, that's a good question. So you can, you could go in Search Engine Journal. You could look at my article that says how to get started with YouTube ads. It walks you through it. And I think looking on YouTube for videos on how to get started, and you can also go through Google. They walk you through the process. I would make sure that you look at Google and then also see some other sources, because then they can kind of tell you what Google means and what will happen from working with the Google ads, because sometimes Google will dumb down the process so much that people will accidentally target too many people or make mistakes. So I would do that. And if it's in your budget, hire someone that can coach you along the process or consult with you. And that is, and since I do that for a living, there are so many companies that do that, and it's worth it because they're getting high quality advertising done.
Mhm.
So
Can you tell how to find specialists who know about YouTube? Because on Upwork, many other places, I can find a bunch of specialists, but they are not always with good quality. Can you provide your tips how to find people who know how to set up YouTube ads? Because if you are talking about big budget, nobody wanna waste it money.
yeah, you said the
How
providers
to
on,
find?
yeah, how
Yeah.
to find. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
a I think I would look on LinkedIn. That, I think that would be a
Mhm.
good resource. You could also, like I said, I'm a board member of the Paid Search Association. I mean, I think you could definitely reach out to them and use that network to find someone who would be a much better qualified candidate for someone that would be looking for that type of client at that level who specializes in that. That would be a good fit there.
Mhm.
And ask for referrals from people that you know, or from people that you can network with. That's what I would do. Google also has
Mhm.
a tool where you can look up Google partners. So that's something too.
Yeah.
And their requirement to be a Google partner is passing different exams and certifications.
Nice, nice. Before we the podcast, you mentioned that you are going to speak on Italy. Can you tell more about this event? What kind of report are you going to share on this event? Just share more insights.
Yeah. So next week I'm speaking at Adworld Experience in Bologna, Italy. And this I will be doing on day one. I'll be doing an hour and a half workshop seminar on what we talked about today, but in more detail, and also going in doing video and images in ads, both areas I don't think we're paying enough attention to. So I think this would be good. And anyone who's in the area that's interested, there you can still sign up for that. But there's also virtual tickets, so you can be anywhere in the world and join me in Italy.
Okay, guys, you can find links to Lisa in the description below. And I have the final question. Uh, can you predict the future, forecast this future? What kind of future will be in video marketing? Because we have TikTok, YouTube. I think all social media platforms have video content: Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Can you forecast this future? Do we need to share some budget with video marketing? Yeah, just any predictions about that?
So I think that I think that definitely at any level, advertisers should start working on video. And I think the short-term future vision for these types of ads is in the shorts, right? So the reels, the YouTube shorts, and the TikToks. I have stats here. The YouTube Shorts has seen tremendous growth, and they have over 30 billion views a day.
Nice. Yeah.
And that's a 4% increase year over year. So they're directly competing with TikTok, TikTok is also starting to do ads. And the YouTube Shorts are starting to roll out ads for the shorts. And
Yeah.
these are brand new right now. So it doesn't hurt to I'm always looking ahead and studying it, saying, I think there's going to be an opportunity there for us to advertise. So I think if you think about that as you're doing your work now, you could say, hey, later we can cut this down to be appropriate for placement in shorts. So that's where, the short term next year, it's going to blow up. So
Nice. It's more than people on the planet, 30 billion searches. So yeah,
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, it's insane, and it's global.
Yeah, got it. Lisa, it's a big pleasure to get you on my show, to learn from you. Tell our audience how they can reach out to you, learn more about you, follow you.
Yep, my website is bigclickco.com. And my name is on the screen, and I love linking in with people and growing my network there.
Okay, guys, you can find all these links in the description below. Listen us on Apple, Google, Spotify. Thanks again for your time. A big pleasure. Welcome back anytime to share more value. Guys, thanks for listening and watching us.
Thank you.
Are you ready to learn? Because my super experienced guests are ready to share some really valuable information.
Oh.